Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dairy Raid. Today we're going to take a look at the Badgers offense versus Alabama. No fancy intro needed. We're just going to take a look at what went right, what went wrong, everything in between. All right, so here we go. So 1st and 10, Badgers going to come out in a 3-by-1 look. And here we go. So they're just going to come out and run curl flats. And when it comes at the beginning of this, we're looking at what side gives us the best leverage. This is one side or the other type of play. So top of the screen, we basically got 1/2. This guy may drop out, but we're reading this defensive back right here. On the wide side of the field, we've got 3/3 with a potential of a rotator. So unless we're just going directly to the flat, this is going to give us our best 1-2 option and our cleanest path to get rid of the football if we don't. And that's exactly what we do. Danny fits it in a nice window here. He's throwing the ball before we even get out of our break with Steck, I believe. Yep, Steck. So not a bad place to start. These are the type of plays that we should have seen more often against Alabama. Just quick, set, simple read. It doesn't have to get more complicated than this. Okay, so Bama comes out. They're showing a double mug look. And it's important now. Okay, now we have to accelerate our mental play clock because since we're releasing the back, this is going to be 5-man protection. And since Bama drops out, they're able to set to it pretty good. I'm a little bit worried that if 0 would have came, then who's going to pick him up? But then again, it's probably built into the hot read right there. So we'll take it. First play of the game, not a bad start. Will it continue? That's the $1 million question. All right, later on here in the first quarter, and this is the first example of, I think, an issue that we had the entire game, and that is trying to do too much. We talked about it last week against Middle Tennessee, but also in the process of doing too much, we give Alabama all the momentum, or we just destroy any momentum we have. So this is coming after a close offensive pass interference penalty that I think was a little dubious. I thought the ball was in the air. I didn't think anything was influenced the play, but whatever. It's 3rd and 19. We're at the 28-yard line. Bama has been getting pressure all game. This is a 2-play territory. We can't try to pick up 19 yards. We cannot protect long enough for it. Bama only by design rushes 3. And then when the running back stays in protection, the 4th, the middle linebacker, comes late. But even if we set the protection, okay, which we don't, Mandel gets beaten like he stole something. Okay, but we look at the route progression. We're looking fade to the sail to the curl. Fade to the sail to the curl. So fade to the sail to the curl. Already the fade's capped. We should be moving on to the sail. Okay. I don't like the sail, but already we're going to forget about Mandel's getting beat right here. This is a long throw for a sail route, and if sail is a short corner to the boundary. I think maybe we get lucky and this guy isn't able to turn back on it, but I don't like that one to begin with as well. So we would come back to the curl. Really, the curl is the only viable option on this play. It is a 7-yard, 6-yard route. By the time it breaks down, he's even closer. If that's all we could have gotten on this, we should have just went straight there. Okay, right there. We should just go 1, 2, and dump it right there. Get the ball to 35-yard line and punt. Instead, we try to get everything, and our offensive line, who's proven that they can't pass protect long enough for a deep play like this against Middle Tennessee, let alone Alabama. And this is exactly what happens. Alabama completely steals the momentum. Not that the Badgers had much to begin with, but you get a big defensive play like this in a long situation, in a hostile environment, and you're done. You could almost say that the offensive game is done right here with this play. Okay, so to me, this is the type of play that I'd like to see in that kind of situation. It's 3rd and 5. Okay, this is a manageable situation. And so we go 2 by 2, motion 3 by 1. We get the rollout. We're setting up a little burst concept down here. We've got our curl. We're supposed to be working to the corner here. Wow, we really get jammed hard here by Tretch. And people wonder why he didn't play a lot last year. Anyways, motion across. We sell the rollout, and then we come back with the little throwback screen. Safe play. Get the ball into, at this point of the season, our most consistent playmaker in the passing game. We allow Alabama to be aggressive. We allow Alabama to flow to the football, and we go backside. This is the type of play we needed to run more often. And it's safe. It's a chunk play that we can get a lot of yards safely. And with the way our offensive line is blocking, this is about as good as we can get. So Cubberly does a pretty good job here of recovering because, again, Mandel just doesn't block his man. Okay, pretty good protection all around. Corey, that's actually not bad for a redshirt freshman. Ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. We get it back out in space. Malman getting out there. Okay, doesn't really do anything, but we get some yards. We'll take it. We need more plays like this. Stop trying so damn hard. Okay, similar idea. Okay, another 3rd and forever situation off of the penalty. So, it's midfield. You kind of consider it 2 down territory, but more importantly, you just want to get some momentum. So, Alabama is just playing 3 over the top on the sticks. We want to keep everything underneath us. They're really spread out. Don't force the ball downfield. Just go to your bread and butter. Go to the play that you're confident on. Do we get a huge chunk of yards? No. But it's one of our better run plays of the day. And we want to gain yards. It's just not about we have to get them all. We have to gain something. Okay? We just want to ride zone. Okay? It's a light box. We should be able to run well on this. Okay? That's a nice job there. Nice combo here between Corey and Brunner. Brunner gets going pretty good here, and then, Corey gets going pretty good here, and then Brunner is essentially blocking Corey, and that creates the vertical aspect. Corey gets the lateral movement going, controls the shoulder, so we have a lane to run in. If we keep it out there, Brunner gets the vertical push, and we get going upfield. Also, front half, not bad. Okay, Mandel just gets overwhelmed. Okay, we need to do a better job of finishing by Cubberly, but it's a good push. We get a chunk of yards, which is something that in a 3rd and very long situation we need. Now this sets up either a better position to punt, a better situation to go for it, or if we got a few more yards or you're more confident in our kicker, a chance for a field goal. All right, next up, this just comes down to individual effort. Okay, we're in a 3-by-1 look. We get the protection, or at least good enough. And why did I click back to the beginning? Come on now. Here we go. So we get our protection. Danny's going to take his drop. He's reading the over to the dig. And he's catching 2 with his eyes in the backfield. On this nice little double move here. Slow down, power down, and we go. Now, is the ball slightly underthrown? Yeah. Do we have to catch that? Yes, absolutely. We're taking a shot. Danny's standing tall. He knows he's going to get hit. He's been getting hit all day, but he's not nervous. We're going to get rid of the football. That's about the best deep ball pocket we've had all day. God, we got to catch that. We've got to catch that. Okay, next up, these kind of plays are going to substitute or supplement, when our base run game ain't working. Now, Bama's calling it. They see it the whole way. But just comes down to simple execution. I'd like here for Tyrell Henry to trust his speed. Meaning, we know it's coming. Just run. Don't break your pace until you hit the 40. Just go. And it's because he kind of hesitates, do I make a move, that he ends up getting wrapped up. Now, fights forward, still get 5 yards out of it, but this is the difference between trying too hard and building off of what you're doing. This isn't too difficult. This isn't groundbreaking. And, Aker actually kind of gets a block out there, so maybe if we don't hesitate on 10, we get outside. Who knows? But we need more plays like this. We need more plays building off of our building blocks of the offense and just getting the ball out of Danny O'Neill's hands. Okay, and speaking of getting the ball out of Danny O'Neill's hands, let's just keep it in it because we're going to run inverted veer. Danny is okay keeping the ball in that situation. He don't care. Great tackle by the umpire. Finally starting to get some chunk plays. Who knows? Obviously Danny's probably going to get caught if he doesn't get tackled there by the umpire, but still. I like, Danny has been beat up by this point in the game. Beat up all day. And he don't care. He's working. And he knows he's going to get hit. Hey, I had never liked this stupid little tackle shift that they've done all day. If you're telling me that Mandel can't make the down block, just say it. So we got Steck at right tackle right now. He probably does a better job than we've been getting all day. We get the skip pull by Brunner. Brunner looked really slow in this game. He looked like he would fit in perfectly in a Badgers offense in like 2015, 2016, 2017 because he is moving like a refrigerator today, and I don't know why. Could be tired, could be beaten up, who knows. But again, Danny, we're reading the front side edge player. They slant, so the read kind of changes. But Danny does a good idea of just reading the flow. When you can't find the man, you read the flow, and you feel if you're going to get the ball upfield. Okay, right after we talking about Danny doing something good, we have to talk about him doing something bad. And this is, his first interception was him violating the cardinal rule, don't throw over a flat defender here. What we get is just, again, another bad understanding some basic rules of pass progressions. Okay, so we're just running that snag concept again. We're going to sit inside, we got the flat, and we're working to the corner. Already, the progression should be 1 to 2 to 3. Okay, 1. We're always looking for accelerators in our progression, things to get us off to our next receiver faster. And normally, and with the way we're pass protecting in this game, getting to the 4th and 5th option on a play like this probably is too hard of a task. I think Bucky agrees. But when you can put in accelerators into your progression, you can get through it faster. So we're looking here. Stick to the corner to the flat. right away, we got collision on the sit, on the stick, whatever we want to call this route. I should already be on to my number 2. Now, already for me, I'd say it's capped. It's short side of the field. He's not going to get space to either run a corner or to be able to come back to the sideline, whatever their rules are in a play like this. He's still trying to get to here probably anyways. There's going to be collision, and there is. It's dead. Move on. To either just dump it in the flat, it's second down. Are we going to gain anything? No, we might lose yards. Or if he wants to be aggressive, he comes back here. We could already even say that the flat's not going to be there based on alignment. I mean, this linebacker's got his eyes on the running back the whole way. So as soon as we go 1, 2, it's not there. Let's go backside to 4. Right here on the over. Now, the umpire's there. Umpire's probably going to make an interception. But forcing it into a spot where all the indicators say no is not smart football. And I think Daddy knows it. It's him trying to make a play. You love the gunslinger mentality when the gunslinger mentality makes good plays. And this was a bad play. He made 2 very critical errors in his judgment and his progressions in this game, and both led to interceptions. All right, but we're going to end on a positive note, and we're going to take a look at the touchdown pass here to Jaden Ballard. And it's a play like this that gives you hope. I like that they're still trying. And, we're just running a 3-man concept. We have to because we need to keep 7 in protection. Okay, fade to the out, to the over. And we like to fade the whole way. We step in, we put it in a good spot. Lucky thing here is that we are using college rules and not the NFL, because right there, if we were in the pros, Jaden Ballard would be an ineligible receiver because he went out of bounds. You can see that the back judge threw his hat, letting us know that he went out of bounds, but he was able to reestablish himself back in. So if I want to nitpick on this, okay, Jaden can't get pushed that far outside. In fact, he didn't let himself get pushed that wide. He went that wide. That's not very good spatial awareness. I'd like to see him set 2 up a little bit more inside so he can get more vertical to create space. Now, Danny does a pretty good job here, whether it's on purpose or not, leading him slightly inside and upfield to give him space to run underneath the ball. He has no space to fade it to the outside. So, good spot. We hang it up there. Danny standing tall, right at midfield. Drop it in. Little thing here, I like it here at the end. Ballard, he just gives the ball back to the back judge. Nothing to celebrate at this point in the game. So protection is there. They pick it up. They run a little stunt. Okay, good pickup by Jones. Probably the best pass blocking rep all day. And we drop it in there, and we score. So this game was a tale of about 10, 12 plays. You look at a lot of this game, and if you look at it in isolation, you think they did okay. But critical errors at critical times, losing momentum, not being able to recapture that momentum, not responding to how the defense is playing, it all adds up. What it shows more than anything in this game is that the Badgers are woefully behind in the realm of talent. They've got a lot of work to do if they want to become an elite program. Not elite program again. Wisconsin, even when we were winning Big Ten championships, were never on this level. Not saying we had to be, but that's the level we should be aspiring to be because the rest of the Big Ten does. And if you don't think that as a Badger fan, you're satisfied with an occasional Rose Bowl or an NY6 bowl game, you got to aim a little bit higher. So it includes playing teams like Alabama. I hope this game was a real wake-up call to the coaching staff that these guys, You can't ask too much. Ask them to do their job, not ask them to do overtime. And then we can maybe have some success in Big Ten play. All right, that's enough of the offense for today. Thank you, as always, for watching, and we'll see you next time.